Production of the PBS Kids Writers Contest celebration is brought to you in part by
CFA Insurance, a full-service insurance brokerage offering stock brokerage and employee benefit services, including group health, life, disability, and retirement products.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming to the Mountain Lake Studios. I'm Alice Recor, CEO and President of Mountain Lake PBS, and we are so pleased to be having our 20th annual writing contest this year, and also a video component as well. So welcome to all of the parents, the teachers, the families who have supported our young writers in this effort. This is something that Mountain Lake takes great pride in because that's what we do. We write stories and we produce them and we put them on our air. So these are all young writers of hopefully books, video, film, who knows, even just enjoying those things. So thank you again for coming and for being here as part of the event. I would also like to thank, special thanks to our sponsors for this event, the Stewart's Foundation and also Clark Forrester and Associates, and our author who is here today, Stephen Kellogg. So thanks again, and we would like to welcome our Director of Education, Jane Owens, the person that puts all of this together. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you here today. I was thrilled to read each of the students' stories and to see their amazing videos. Mountain Lake PBS is proud to support this story-making opportunity. We really strive to be the region's storytellers, so please welcome our youngest storytellers and the winners of this year's PBS Writing Contest and Video Contest, led by none other than Curious George, celebrated book and PBS character. The winner of the writing contest at the kindergarten level is Alexander LaForest, and he couldn't be with us today. Honorable mention is Braden Carabella. At the kindergarten level, honorable mention, Maisie Sellers. At the kindergarten level, Tom Sorensen, honorable mention. At the first grade level, first place, Ireland Porter. First grade honorable mention, Quinn Lang. Honorable mention, Alyssa Midlars. First grade honorable mention, Miriam Sayward. Second grade, first place, Ava Given. Second grade honorable mention, Jacob Chapman. Second grade honorable mention, Cade Sellers. Second grade honorable mention, Harrison Smith. Third grade, first place, Kate LaPointe. Third grade honorable mention, Eamon Graves. Third grade honorable mention, Raylan King. Third grade honorable mention, Katrina Miller. And now the winners of our video contest, which was a partnership with Shazy Central Rural School. At the kindergarten second grade level, the top winner was Taylor Barnaby. Kindergarten second grade honorable mention, Samantha Gagno. Kindergarten second grade honorable mention, Cassidy Turek. Kindergarten second grade honorable mention, Isabella Vaneski. At the third, fourth grade level, Luke Mosier was our top winner. Fifth, sixth grade, the top winner was Nathan Pylon. And at fifth, sixth grade, honorable mention, Willow Hertz. And the fifth, sixth grade honorable mention, Joey Deondarza. And now I'd like to introduce our featured author, illustrator, Stephen Kellogg.
Thank you very much. It's a real pleasure to be here this afternoon, to have a chance to congratulate everybody for their creative work. When I was your age a long time ago, I used to love to make up stories. I also used to love to go to the library and check out books. I used to wonder too a lot when I was a little boy, what will I be like when I become a grown-up? What kind of adult will I be? What kind of job will I have? Well, I knew I wanted a job that would really make me happy, and hopefully a job that would make other people happy too. So I thought about this a lot as I got older and older and bigger, and I realized I'd love to write stories, I love to draw pictures, I love books, and I love kids. So I thought, why not put all that together and be an author and an illustrator of books for kids? I tell the kids when I visit schools and libraries how much fun it is to write and illustrate stories, but the question they always ask me first is, yeah, but how do you get an idea for a book? How do you know what to write about? Where do your ideas come from? And the answer is, you write about something that's very special to you, something you care about, something you want to share, something you want to communicate. I also tell the kids it's important to put as much feeling into your stories and pictures as you possibly can. Why? Because art is the language of feeling. And the more feeling you put into your story and pictures, the more clearly your book will communicate to the audience for whom it's intended. For example, one of the feelings I wanted to deal with in my very first books came from something I remembered from when I was a little boy. When I was a little boy, I wanted a pet very, very badly. I wanted something alive that I could love and hug and feed and take very good care of, something of my very own. But my parents didn't agree with me. My mom said, animals belong in the forest or in the jungle. Well, maybe in the zoo, but definitely not in the home. Well, when I grew up, I remembered that feeling, and I put that feeling into a story, into a book I called Can I Keep Him? Can I Keep Him? A story about a little kid named Arnold, a little boy just like I was, a little boy who wants a pet very, 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 very badly. And there's another character in the story, it's Arnold's mom. In this story, Arnold's mom doesn't want a pet very badly at all. So through this story and through these illustrations, I can share that long ago feeling with kids all over the country and with kids all over the world. Now, when I finally grew up, I could have any animal in the world I wanted. I may have somewhat overcompensated for my real or imagined sense of childhood deprivation, because I chose, in league with my wife Helen, the largest, the craziest, the nuttiest, the wackiest, the most outrageous breed of dog there is, a Harlequin Great Dane. My wife Helen and I answered an advertisement in the newspaper for puppies. And we went to look at these puppies that were advertised in the newspaper, and they were really cute puppies. They were really funny. They were white. They had big black spots. They had pink ears and pink noses. Each one of those puppies was about the size of a football and resembled a pudgy little piglet. And we played with the puppies, and we got to like them better and better and better. We said, let's take one of those puppies home. We'll turn him into a pet, and we'll call our new puppy Pinkerton. Well, we brought little Pinkerton home, and Pinkerton hit our family like an artillery shell, like a bomb. Pinkerton was crazy, he was stubborn, he was perverse. Pinkerton did everything backwards. In no time flat, he became enormous. He turned our family into total chaos, and the house into a complete mess. As his months of puppyhood dragged into years, things got worse and worse. It occurred to me more than once, this dog represented my mother's revenge. But finally enough time passed in which we learned to adapt our lifestyles to Pinkerton's. Slowly we learned to march to the beat of Pinkerton's drum. Gradually we learned to understand Pinkerton. Then we really grew to appreciate Pinkerton. And before much time had passed, we all have to admit that we had all grown to love Pinkerton. He became a very beloved, a very special member of our family, and I thought, I'd like to share Pinkerton with kids all over the country. I could write a book about Pinkerton, and I could share Pinkerton with kids all over the country through my book, and to give the kids a feeling for what it was like to raise a wonderful, wacko, insane Great Dane like Pinkerton. I will call his book, Pinkerton, Behave. I also have a wonderful old cat. A wonderful old cat who I love very much, who could occasionally be a moody old cat, and her name was Secondhand Rose. Rose was born in a woodpile in the Catskill Mountains of New York State over 35 years ago. Some friends of ours were out for a hike in the forest. It was winter, the snow was falling, and our friends were far from any farm or house or town. And suddenly, in the middle of that dark, silent winter forest, our friends heard a strange cry that seemed to be coming from inside a rotting woodpile. And they went to look in the woodpile and found there, to their astonishment, a tiny orange kitten. A little orange kitten, only 5 or 6 weeks old, all by itself with no mother, no brothers and sisters, no owner, no one to take care of her. And our friends were afraid this kitten would die alone in the middle of the dark, silent winter forest. And they said, let's bring her back to our apartment and we'll turn her into a pet. But this kitten was a wild thing. She'd never been in an apartment before. She'd never seen a person before. When they got her inside, she began to thaw out, and she realized where she was. She was frightened, she was scared, she was terrified, and she freaked out. And she scratched, and she bit, and she fought, and she hissed. She started tearing their apartment to pieces. Finally, our friend said, there's only one family we know to deal with this wild orange kitten, and that's the Kellogg's. And they called us up on the telephone, and they said, will you please adopt this wild orange kitten? Well, we agreed that we would. They brought her to our house. We named her Secondhand Rose. And we had Rose for 25 years. But sometimes Rose could revert to being a wild thing. She could be grouchy. She could be pushy. She could be bossy. She could be tough. But underneath all that, we quickly grew to realize that Rose had at least a small, dark heart. And if we worked very, very hard, we could find a place for ourselves in Rose's small, dark heart. And when we did, we realized that Rose was an amazing cat, an extraordinary cat, a brilliant cat, a fabulous cat. And it wasn't long before we had grown to love Rose just as much in her own way as we had grown to love Pinkerton. But there was no room in that small, dark heart for one member of our family, and that was Pinkerton. Rose and Pinkerton had a terrible relationship, so I thought, I'll write an illustrated book about that, and I'll call that book A Rose for Pinkerton. And then I got more letters, and people said, write more books about Rose and Pinkerton together. So I did a third one called Tally-Ho, Pinkerton, an adventure for Rose and Pinkerton to share. And then I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do a book about Pinkerton and dinosaurs? So I did one called Prehistoric Pinkerton, the fourth book in the Pinkerton series. And then one of my granddaughters, whose name is Amy, came into my studio one day in the old yellow barn in Essex, New York, where I work. And Amy walked into my studio and she said to me, Grandpa Steve, I love Pinkerton and I love penguins. I want you to write and illustrate a book about Pinkerton and penguins. And I want you to dedicate that book to me. So I went to work researching penguins and writing about penguins and Pinkerton over and over again, because I never get my stories just right the first time. I have to rewrite them dozens of times, sometimes hundreds of times over a period of years. But finally I came up with A Penguin Pup for Pinkerton. A Penguin Pup for Pinkerton, a story about Pinkerton and penguins, dedicated to my granddaughter Amy, the fifth book in the Pinkerton series. I love my job writing and illustrating books for kids, and I hope the kids have just as much fun as I do reading my books and looking at my books, and also writing and illustrating and sharing the very special stories, just exactly as you have done as part of this wonderful Mountain Lake Public Television Station's celebration of literacy, of writing, of young authors, young artists. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Stephen. You are an inspiration to the storyteller in each of us. And now I'm going to read the winners of our writing contest, the stories that they created. And I'd like to congratulate each of our young authors for all their special work. So the story at the kindergarten level is A Snapping Turtle in the Woods. And this story is by Alexander LaForest. One day in spring, we went for a walk in the woods with our friends, the Millers. Anthony and I went to a safe place, and I saw a snapping turtle. She was in the middle of the path. Maybe she was thinking of laying her eggs. We found a stick. I wanted the snapping turtle to chomp my stick. Anthony touched the turtle's shell. The turtle snapped. Mama and Mrs. Miller ran up to us. They were happy that we were safe. We all looked at Snap the turtle. She was a beautiful brownish green. There was algae on her shell. After a while, we left the turtle alone. I like to remember Snap. I sometimes imagine her swimming in the water. The winner at the first grade level, Ireland Porter, and her story is Roger and the Ants. Roger is a male cat. Roger is 12 and has green eyes. He is brown and friendly. He likes to mail things. He has a tail. Roger is funny. He has 2 ants named Sam and Aiden that ride in his truck. Roger likes to play jokes on them. One day, Roger parked his truck to deliver mail. When he was gone, the ants stole his mail in the truck and put it in a tree. He looked for it everywhere. He finally got bored, so Roger decided to go to the park and sat on a bench. Roger looked up and saw something white. Roger shook the tree and mail fell out. "Did you steal my mail?" he asked to a girl kicking a ball. The girl said, "No, maybe you should ask the ants that walked by earlier." So Roger saw the ants on the sidewalk. Roger said, "Did you steal my mail?" "Yes, we did it for fun," the ants said. "I am so mad, but you seem nice," Roger said. "Do you want to be my friends?" So Roger and the ants were best friends, and Roger kept his mail in the truck again. The winner at the 2nd grade level was Ava Given, and her story is Simon and Sophia's magic moment. Once there were 2 squirrels that lived at CVPH grounds in Plattsburgh, New York. Their names were Simon and Sophia. Simon had heard from the weather squirrel, Tom, that the upcoming winter was going to be a cold and icy one. A week or so ago, Sophia had shared some exciting news that Simon was going to be a new father. Simon had better hurry and start collecting food for his new family. One day he was collecting acorns in the yard. Something had caught his eye. It was bright and shiny. Simon ran quickly to see what it was. A tiny pair of glittery rainbow sunglasses. Simon could not help himself to try them on and could not believe what happened next. X-ray vision. Simon could see all the acorns buried under the ground. It was amazing. He went back home to Sophia to share the exciting news. Then, one day, as he was busy locating acorns, he heard a little girl crying. She was walking down the sidewalk by the pond with her mother. They were looking on the ground, trying to find something. Simon knew what they were looking for, the special glasses. Simon climbed up the nearest tree and dropped the glasses down below. The little girl picked them up and looked up above, but did not see anyone. Simon had already had left the tree and was headed back home. When he arrived home, Sophia could tell something was wrong. She replied, "Why are you so sad?" Simon said that he found who the glasses belonged to and returned them. Sophia smiled and asked Simon to follow her. She led him to a secret spot in the house he never knew about. Next, Simon could not believe his eyes. There were hundreds of acorns all stacked in rows. Sophia just looked at Simon and said, "Well, did you think I wouldn't have wanted to try on those jazzy sunglasses?" And the winner at the 3rd grade level is Kate LaPointe, and her story is Furry Friends. So we have quite a few animals in our stories, right, boys and girls? Just like Mr. Kellogg. There was a young baker who loved macaroons and apple pie. She worked all day long in her bakery, so she was lonely. But one day when she opened the door to go outside, she saw a dog on her doorstep. It was a golden retriever. She decided to keep it so she wouldn't get too lonely. And she decided to call her dog Nutmeg because the baker loved the spice nutmeg. A few days later, the baker, Kate, discovered that her dog Nutmeg was going to have puppies. When she got back from the grocery store, Nutmeg already had her puppies: Allie, Kelly, Frank, Jenny, and Nutmeg Jr. Kate thought it would be easy to have 5 dogs in her bakery, but it wasn't. The dogs tore up her rugs and rolled in the dough, and all of her desserts had hair in them, even the macaroons. Kate was mad, but she loved her puppies, so she did not fuss and kept working. When she was looking in a recipe book, she saw a recipe for a cake that a dog can eat. And they had recipes for mutt macaroons, doggy donuts, bow wow brownies, pup cakes, and biscuit cookies. So Kate made her bakery a pet bakery, and she had better business than ever because of her furry friends. Kate and her dogs were happy. The end. Dedicated to my dog, Nutmeg. So thank you, boys and girls. Your stories were amazing, and I had a great time reading them. So this year, as I mentioned, we did something a little bit different. We partnered with Shazy Schools on their program called Oh, the Places You'll Go with Reading. And we went up to Shazy Schools and we read a story and we showed a PBS video from The Cat in the Hat, knows a lot about that. And each of the students received a free book. And then I thought to myself, wouldn't it be fun if the children read their books and then told us on video about all the places that they went in their reading? And the winner at the K-2 level is Taylor Barnaby.
My name is Taylor Barnaby in Mrs. Barkham's second grade class at Shazy Central Rural School. Belinda Weber's book, Animal Disguises, took me to a fun camouflage animal type adventure. It was fun because I got to learn more about animals and disguises. The animals were all different to me. I learned that a coral snake can copy a milk snake. This was a fun time with animals.
And the winner at the fourth grade level is Luke Mosier.
Hi, my name is Luke from Shazy School, and I read the book Holes, and it takes me to the hot and steamy desert where I can dig holes and search for Cousin Kate Barlow's treasure while looking out for yellow spider lizards and eating onions.
And the winner at the 6th grade level is Nathan Pylon.
Hi, my name is Nathan, and I love to read. There are so many books to choose from, but my favorite is The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. As I read, I went on an amazing journey all around the world. I walked parallel with the pyramids, climbed the Washington Monument, joyrided through France, and I even went to mythical places and ancient temples. Exploring the pyramids was fun and all, but traveling through France was amazing. There were so many tall, beautiful buildings to look at and see. But I had the most fun at the Washington Monument with my sister Sarah and friend Bast. I got to battle the terrifyingly evil Set. He had been trying to take over the world and release chaos among the people. He wanted to rule and have a demon army that obeyed his every command. I had defeated him and his evil plan, but in doing so, my best friend Bast had been wiped off the face of the earth. Although The Red Pyramid is my favorite book, many other books have also inspired me to keep on reading.
So great job, boys and girls. And now I will distribute the prizes. Kindergarten, honorable mention, Braden Carabella. Good job. And you can go right to your mom and dad, okay? Honorable mention at the kindergarten level, Maisie Sellers. Good job, Maisie. There you go. Go to your mom. Honorable mention at the kindergarten level, Tom Sorensen. Awesome job, Tom. You did a great job. Hand on the camera. Good job. Okay, go to your mom. The first place winner at the first grade level, Ireland Porter. There you go. Good job. You go and you can go to your mom. Okay. Honorable mention at the first grade level, Quinn Lang. Great job, Quinn. And can you look right at Miss Pamela? There you go. And you can go to mom. Honorable mention at the first grade level, Alyssa Midlars. Good job, Alyssa. Can you look at Mr. Dan? There you go. And you can go to your mom. Honorable mention at the first grade level, Miriam Sayward. Good to see you again, Miriam. You can go to your mom, okay? First place, second grade, Ava Given. Great job, Ava. Can you look at your Dan and the camera? Good job. Go to your mom. Honorable mention at the second grade level, Jacob Chapman. Good job. Can you look at Mr. Dan? There you go. You can go to your mom, okay? Hang tight. You got that? Honorable mention at the second grade, Cade Sellers. Good job, Cade. There you go. Go to your mom. Honorable mention at the second grade level, Harrison Smith. Great job, Harrison. Again. And you can go to your mom, okay? Third grade first place, Kate LaPointe. Hi, Kate. Those puppies are cute. There you go. You can go back to. Honorable mention at the third grade, Eamon Graves. Good job, Eamon. Can you look, mom? Okay. Good job. Honorable mention at the third grade, Raylan King. There you go. Can you look at Miss? There you go. There you go. You can go to your mom. Honorable mention at the third grade, Katrina Miller. Hi, Katrina. Great job. Can you look at Mr. Dan? Okay. There you go. You can go to your mom. And now the winners of the video contest. Kindergarten, second grade, Taylor Barnaby. Good job, Taylor. Is it tight? Okay. You can go to your mom. Honorable mention at the kindergarten, second grade, Samantha Gagno. That was a great video. I like that Kate Messner book. Good job. Honorable mention at the kindergarten, second grade, Cassidy Turek. Thanks for coming, Cassidy. You up there. There you go. You could go to your mom. Okay. Honorable mention at the K2 level, Isabella Vaneski. I liked that tea party. Good, Dan. You got it? Good job. The first place winner at the third, fourth grade level is Luke Mosier. Good job, Luke. Very nice, yeah? Good job. At the fifth, sixth grade level, first place, Nathan Pylon. Great job, Nathan. Can you look? Good job. Honorable mention at the fifth and sixth grade level, Willow Hurst. An honorable mention at the fifth, sixth grade level, Joey Deondarza. Here, Joey. Congratulations. Good job. Thank you all for coming today, and I'd particularly like to thank the teachers, the parents, and the administrators for supporting the children on their literacy journey. And until next year's celebration, please keep reading and writing.
Production of the PBS Kids Writers Contest Celebration is brought to you in part by
CFA Insurance, a full-service insurance brokerage offering stock brokerage and employee benefit services, including group health, life, disability, and retirement products.